Kalle Rovanperä is quitting the World Rally Championship.
Yes, that is true. I'm retiring in the WC end of this year.
Let's just give that a moment. The 25-year-old Finn is done with the sport, which has been his life pretty much since he could walk. He's now headed for the world of single-seater racing with one ultimate goal in his sight: to become a Formula One driver. How has it come to this? He took the time to explain his decision to DirtFish on Tuesday. When Rovanperä elected to take a part programme last season, there was always a risk this could happen. It goes without saying, nobody in the Toyota Gazoo racing team wanted their 2023 World Rally Champion to skip 6 rounds of the 2024 calendar, effectively forfeiting his title defence before it had even begun. But it was a necessary evil, a decision which had to be agreed to. The hope was that time away competing in the Porsche Carrera Cup, tackling drift events, and enjoying the decades worth of summer holidays he's missed since he started rallying competitively at the age of 14 would help recharge his battery. When he started his 2025 season at the wheel of a Huber Racing Porsche 911 in the Dubai 24-hour race, we should have sensed some sort of hangover. The foundations of this incredible decision were most likely laid through that 2023 season. Undoubtedly, the demands made of a new world champion opened his eyes at the end of 2022, and since then Rovanperä has seen rallying through a slightly different light. At times this year, Kalle Rovanperä has looked lost. The combination of Toyota's non-hybrid GR Yaris Rally 1 and the all-new Hankook tyre replacing the Pirelli he'd used for pretty much his entire competitive career destabilised the two-time world champion and looked to have robbed him of that magic touch he'd enjoyed with the battery-powered version of the same car for 2 seasons. 3 rounds into this year and he was languishing in 5th place, a massive 55 points off his championship-leading teammate Elfyn Evans. Then came the Canary Islands and an utterly dominant victory, which talked much about how the feel of the Hankook tyre was only an issue on gravel. From there on, Rovanperä worked closely with Toyota's engineers to tune his driving to the car as much as they could bring the Yaris to him. Estonia was talked of as a turning point, but it was Kalle's favourite rally of the season which actually hurt him the most. He was 4th, and nowhere again. In the throes of utter dejection, Rovanperä admitted if he couldn't find the feeling in Tartu, he couldn't find it anywhere. Except he could. At home in Finland, the next round, he turned on the style with a brilliant drive, which thrust him back into the World Championship fight. A subsequently miserable trip to South America has potentially cost him a tilt at that 3rd title though. Tempting as it might be to see those troubled outings in Paraguay and Chile as the straws which broke the camel's back, this decision to depart the World Rally Championship was already well made by then. So, in his words, what's been the driver in this decision? He told DirtFish,
It has been quite not easy choice by any means, but clear choice for me. I've been, let's say, having my championships and wins in WC what I needed to have, what I, let's say, put on my list of things what I need to achieve, and I've achieved those in quite a young age, so I'm happy with that. And then obviously having this kind of chance from Toyota to build a big program together and to really, let's say, aim for the big things on circuit racing. And as I'm still fairly young, I saw that as an opportunity what obviously I can't and I don't want to miss, and I want to see what we can be doing together.
Along with his fellow competitors in the World Rally Championship, Rovanperä has been critical of the current state of the series, but he's quick to point out that the sport remains his first love.
I still love rallying, the part of driving the car I'm doing that is a, let's say, totally own kind of art as a sport. So obviously I still love that part of it. I wouldn't say it really affects my choices because, yeah, like I said, I felt I have had my own, let's say, goals, and I have met those. So yeah, I have been just thinking about my own choices and, let's say, my own next steps, what I want to achieve and what kind of big things and stuff I want to do. So that has been the, let's say, the biggest motivation for this.
The WRC has lost a current and competing world champion, and that's never a good thing. Worse still, it's lost its youngest ever World Rally winner and its youngest ever world champion. Rovanperä was not just an idol and an inspiration, he was a benchmark, a key point of reference for those coming through the ranks. Naturally, Toyota's WRC assault is weakened by this decision, but the Japanese car giant still has strength and depth in its ranks. But perhaps the biggest loss is the simple presence of Rovanperä, number 69. He was cool, he had the real cachet and the genuine next generation superstar appeal around the world. The WRC rode on the back of that appeal. If we're honest, the light and the passion had clearly dimmed. Talking to him this year about life outside of the WRC, about his enduro team or about hip hop and JVG, the eyes would shine bright again.
Well, the time on my side is definitely ticking out all the time, but yeah, it's still on my side, and that's the reason why the decision had to be made now. Like, you know, in life and especially motorsport, you never know what's coming. You need to be in the right place at the right time, and many things need to go your way. But yeah, we definitely have the time on my side still. I'm only 25, and when we start to work on it now, which is the plan, we definitely aim to go all the way.
So, to racing, and to Japanese Super Formula, a proving ground for the likes of current Formula 1 drivers Pierre Gasly and Liam Lawson. The cars are quick, 550 horsepower in a Dallara chassis weighing 670 kilos, and some great circuits, including of course Suzuka and Fuji. Time will tell whether Rovanperä's decision pays dividends, but one man who has more insight into the racing spec fin is Mark Goossens, veteran endurance driver and boss of the Red Ant team which ran Kalle to 4 Carrera Cup wins last year. What did Mark think? Put him in an F1 car, he'll be fast.